Some question. We have time. Look, let me tell you a story. Okay, I've been practicing this story with my coach. Instead of me just answering it, I'll actually tell you the story, which I've been practicing. Okay, this is the first time I'm practicing without his help, so I hope I don't fuck up. It's midnight and I'm in a homeless shelter. It's 2020. I'm 23 years old. I've just graduated from university. I don't want to be here. I'm surrounded with these homeless guys, these criminals. This is supposed to be the height of my life, and I'm high. Now a massive group of these homeless guys, they're coming towards the door and they're not empty-handed. They've got bikes, they've got laptops, they've got AirPods, all of the things that they steal from the nearby student houses. And like their accomplice, I press the buzzer to let them into the house. I'm sat here ticking down the time for the end of my shift, and I've got my laptop with me and I'm looking online at all of the different business models there are. But I've tried all of them. I've tried dropshipping, I've tried YouTube, I've tried becoming a coder. But today, there's something different because I've made a massive step. I have invested the first bit of money ever into one of the business models. I've spent £10 on someone on Instagram to do a promotion for my dropshipping link. And it's worked. 1 sale, 2 sales, 3 sales. I'm super happy, I'm excited. This is the success that I've been waiting for, time to move to Dubai. But there's a problem. Because these items get shipped in from China and there's a 45-day delivery, which I've not mentioned on my sales page, which means that I'm a scammer, which means that I have worse morals than the homeless guys who just stole from the nearby university students. And it's here when I realized that I've been going about this decision to think of the business model in the wrong way. I've been thinking about which one I want to do, which seems normal. What's the results? What's the money? What's the lifestyle? But I have not been thinking about it in the case of what's the problems that I want to solve. What's the pains that I want to go through? What's the headaches that I want to experience in each business? And so I started thinking, okay, well, what problems do I want from the business model? I don't want the problems of drop shipping, not drop shipping, having the shitty products from China with people complaining. I don't want the problems with coding, being sat on a computer with fucked up posture, just being a nerd all my life. And I end up looking at the CCTV and there's a homeless guy, a young guy, he's sat outside by himself. It's like it's 1 a.m. now. He's one of the newest guys. He's 18 years old. He was kicked out of his house from his family. And I realized the problem that I want to solve is helping young men improve their lives, starting with myself. So that's a story that I'm telling on a video, but I just wanted to tell you here. It's a real story. This is how I ended up deciding on YouTube. The idea was that before all of this, I was trying all these business models, and I'm sure you've been looking at, you see these videos and you try this one and and it kind of feels like you could do any, you correct me if I'm wrong. If you put 10 hours a day and full focus into any of them for the next 5 years, you'd probably create a pretty good level of success. So it's kind of it makes it harder because you could do any of them. So now it's tricky, right? So the idea is to reframe your mind. Don't just think about the reward that you want from the business, because that's pointless when you think about it, because each business, the reward is money, status, online income. So it's all the same. That's why it's so hard to make the decision. Instead, think about the problems that you'll go through in each business model. See, that you've already started to clarify, which is awesome. So you said helping people and you'd like video calls, you'd enjoy something like this. So I got it from, I did the content and stuff first, but you don't have to.
Yeah.
For example, Leon, he's just commented then. He was doing content a little bit as well, but then I really liked him. And I didn't know him before this, but I really liked him when, he ended up joining Adonis Academy, the previous one. And I saw that he was a coach. I saw that he was good. I saw that he was really good at teaching the way of the superior man. And so I hired him to be the coach here, and he makes a lot of money, right? So it's that's how you could do something like this for a living whilst helping people. It's very, very lucrative, very available. So you already know a lot. You essentially let me give you the term. You probably want to be a coach. So what I would do now, decision made. Now go actually learn more about, okay, how do I be a coach? What does it actually mean? How do I make money from this? How will people find the offer? How will they even pay for me? What's the funnel? There we go.
Perfect.
There's always going to be some people who chat shit, first of all. But
right.
The way that you keep this in mind is you don't need to be the ultimate professional, because especially with something like coaching, it's a lot of advice you're giving, right? So it seems, okay, why would I take advice from someone who's young, who might not have that much experience? But what you're offering is not you as the professional guy who knows everything about this topic. What you're offering is that you might be one step in front of the person you're trying to help. So even a 12-year-old could even do coaching, Because, you know, a 12-year-old learns how to kickflip, and now he can do it, you know, on a skateboard. Now he can do it consistently. And we could think, oh, well, what's a 12-year-old going to teach? Well, bro, there's a 10-year-old who wants to learn how to kickflip. Now, will that, like, 10-year-old learn better from, like, a fucking physicist PhD major who's telling him about gravity and, like, you know, the weird, like, atoms or something? Or is he going to learn better from, like, the 12-year-old who tells him in his words and tells him, like, you know, oh, yeah, just kick it like this?